for most people, when they make videos, they find that in the first 30 seconds, most of the people will have left. That's a common problem for many people, and today we're going to look at the solution. So let's look at how to make your hook impossible to skip. So firstly, what does a good hook look like? So the job of a good hook is to help the viewer decide whether they want to watch the rest of the video or not. And so the way it does this is, firstly, it needs to provide topic clarity. So that's basically just stating the topic of the video at the start, so that the listener can decide whether or not what they want to know is in that video. And then it also needs to target the on-target curiosity of the viewer, so that so that it can generate curiosity for the viewer to carry on watching the video and to keep listening. And so there are 4 essential steps to this, and the reason why many hooks don't work is because they miss out some of these steps. And so the first step is that most people, a common mistake is that they delay. So you have to have the topic at the very start of the video, otherwise the audience won't really know what the speaker is talking about. And so, for example, if there were lines of information and it was delayed, the topic would be on the 3rd line. However, you need to push it up to the 1st line, so that it's the first thing that the viewer comes across when they see the video. And that also increases the speed to value ratio, and it puts like the main point at the very start of the video. Furthermore, a lot of people make the viewers confused, and so maybe because they lack the clarity, and maybe they're using too much complicated words, and it's just too long. So to do it, you have to make it shorter and make it easier to understand. I remember being at a physics lecture about rocket engineering, and about like the different compartments and machinery to make the rocket take flight. And I remember, because the words were so complicated and they kept on speaking for so much of the time, I got really bored and I even fell asleep. So to go against this, you have to use simpler words, and you can also use comparisons to make it easier to understand. Furthermore, a lot of people reference things out. A lot of people make things that are irrelevant to the topic, and so you have to make the viewer confident that the thing that's in your video is relevant to them. So the way you can do this is, firstly, you can say you or your, so that will make them think that it's related to them. So for example, you could say, if you're wanting to buy a new car, then, so when you mention the word your, then it makes them just directly think that they're related to it, and that it will impact them. And then furthermore, you can also frame the hook around something that gives value. So maybe like a pain point or a benefit that will give them. So for example, if you made your hook centered around cooking, then you could say, have you ever wondered how to cook 5 minutes faster? And that basically is centered around a pain point of the person, which is to maybe that their dishes take too long to prepare. And so if it focuses on that, the person will want to listen to more and eventually find out how to do that. And furthermore, the final point is that some people it can cause disinterest, and the way to stop this is you have to cause a curiosity loop. So what that actually is a constant cycle of a question and then context to provide it with, and then they get another question and then it gives context. And what that does is it keeps the listener focused on the video, and they won't be able to click away. And furthermore, you can also use a comparison, And so what this is that it contrasts two things. So A is basically what they already believe in, and then they put it up against B, which is what your idea is, which can be like a faster or cheaper method. So for example, if you wanted to say about about if you wanted to talk about new shoes, and you would say oh well, what you believe is like a brand that you really enjoy, how you can put it against a brand that you're trying to promote, which is, and provide it with all the benefits. Like for example, this shoe can actually make you run faster, and it's designed for running, and it's really light as well, and that basically compares the two shoes, and it makes you want to go to the one that you're trying to promote. So yeah, as a conclusion, with these points so far, yeah, hopefully I've kept your interest throughout this video. Thank you.
不是这样。